Hey guys, it's Lisa with Body Motion Evolution again, and I have another density dumbbell circuit for you guys. And right now, this is again another 7 exercise, 7, there you can see that right, 7 exercise circuit. You're going to need some dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can try one of my other workouts that's body weight only, but you're definitely going to need it for this one. Alright, so I'm just going to walk you through them real quick. There's maybe a couple exercises on here that you may or may not have seen before. So you're going to set your timer for 1 minute per exercise, rest as needed, count your reps, because you're going to save this workout, do it again in a couple of weeks from now, or even a week from now, or even 3 days from now, but I would say give it a week in between, and see if you can beat the amount of reps that you do within the time frame, so it's a minute. And then again, I always want to say you have the option to change that minute to 30 seconds or change it to 45 seconds, which is actually 45 seconds is a great time frame to use as well, depending on the exercise and depending on how much weight you feel like lifting. So if I'm going to do like some really, really heavy weights, for example, and let's see, what do we have in here today? Well, this one doesn't really have anything that, I have a single leg deadlift, but again, that's not going to be a real heavy weighted exercise. But if you're doing a heavy lifting day, you probably want to go shorter with that time. You don't want to lift 100 pounds for a minute. That's just too much, too long. You'll kill yourself. So don't do that. All right, but this one actually is suited quite well for the minute time. So get that started. And so here we go. We're going to start off with an endurance squat. So that's basically, you all know that. You're just up and down, but you're going as fast as you can. So from the side, I'm going to make sure that I push my feet across the floor, trying to separate the floor. Can't see it separating because it's not. No. All right, so that's your endurance squat. You're going to count those, do as many as you can, write it down. And then you're going to go to a vertical dumbbell swing. This is also a kettlebell swing. I don't have a kettlebell in here right now, so I'm going to use my dumbbell. Dumbbells are perfectly fine for this exercise. If you don't feel comfortable doing a kettlebell swing, don't. You can substitute a regular deadlift for this exercise. You can bring the dumbbell up here and do your squats with this exercise. But because it's an explosive movement, I would like you to do some kind of an explosive squat. So I'm going to squat, hold, I'd come up quick. Or even better, you can hold the dumbbell between your legs and explode up. Because that's how we start the swing anyway, all right? So from the side, the swing looks like this. You're going to push your hips back, and the dumbbell's going to hang right here, right on your knees. This all comes from your glutes, okay? Does not come from your low back. It comes from your glutes, and it's a hip thrust forward and up. So what you're going to do is you're going to start here. Just start slow. Just come up with driving the hips forward. Push the butt back, hips forward. So I'm squeezing my cheeks, my butt cheeks every time I come forward. Another thing to remember, your shoulders are anchored in their spot. They're not rounded forward. This would be absolutely horrible on your back to do this, all right? So keep your shoulders back, your belly's braced, and then you just start to thrust it up. And the faster I go, the higher my arms are going to come. Naturally, I'm not controlling this weight with my hands at all. I'm also going to push the dumbbell back down because I don't want my arms to go over 90 degrees. Okay, that's really important. This is not cool, okay? Keep the weight below your chest. Use your hips, okay? That's the dumbbell swing. And remember to use the substitutes if you don't feel comfortable. Oh yes, and when you finish the swing, finish it at the bottom, drop the weight off and stand up. Okay, you should never finish up here and then try to catch it on the way down. That's bad. So finish at the bottom, okay? That's number 2. Now I've got to unload these a little bit. This is a squat with a crossbody curl. So ideally, if you had some weight plates, those work best for this exercise, but dumbbells are fine. All right, so you're going to come down in your squat position, hold it, curl the weights across, bring them down, stand up, squat, curl the weights, crisscross them. These are big blocks, so it makes it a little bit harder. Hold your squat, cross, uncurl. You can see that. It's a little tricky, that's why I'm holding them at the bottom here. I'm try them this way. Squat, cross, uncurl, stand. All right, yeah, I'd be better off with my regular dumbbells for that one, but anyway, it works fine. So That is your squat with cross body curl. Now we have a spider crossover plank with feet elevated. If you are so inclined, you can do this on a ball, but for the purposes of this workout, I'm going to do it on a little step, right? So you put your feet up on the step, like so. You're going to bring one knee to the same elbow, one knee to the opposite elbow. Then you're going to bring one knee across your body, and the other knee across your body. So we go elbow, elbow, and then opposite elbow, opposite elbow. All right, that's the whole pattern. Again, that's a whole minute. Keep track of how many you do, so you can count 1 rep for the spider climb, and then 1 rep for 2 cross climbers. Or count it however you want it. The bottom line is you need to keep track. All right. Okay. Next one is rotational plank. Simple. Go into your forearms here. It's going to rotate all the way up as far back as you possibly can, and then come back slowly under control. Go the other way. Reach back far as you can, slowly under control. All right, now you can tell you're not rushing that one, but the key is if you can't maintain that continuously for a minute, then you want to keep track of how many you do. But otherwise, oh, I forgot to mention, this is really important. When you're doing this plank, when you're in this position here, I want you, even when you go up on your side, make sure that this elbow is pulling toward your feet. So I'm pulling down toward my feet as I rotate up. That's going to engage this whole side of my core 100 times more than if I was just holding my weight, all right? So that's that. Rotational plank. Now we're going to do a single leg deadlift. I've got 2 20-pound dumbbells. If you've never done this before, go light, practice, because it requires balance, all right? So you're going to be on one foot. You're going to squeeze both cheeks, all right, including the one that's going up in the air. You're going to hinge forward. The weight stay right next to your shin, and then stand all the way up. It's a monster of a glute and hamstring exercise right here. That's why I say don't go heavy the first time you do this. Or at least do 1 round with real light weights, or, see, look at that. I just turned my head and fell over. Focus on something. All right, so you go down. I'm squeezing this cheek too, my leg that's in the air. Hold, stand back up. All right, and so you'll do 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other leg. Oh, I need these again. And last but not least, if you haven't had enough one leg stuff, you're going to do your step up. All right, so you're going to step up, one leg, slowly lower down. Lean forward a little bit, step up, slowly lower down. All right, again, I got 2 20-pound dumbbells. Here's the deal with the dumbbells. If you start an exercise and you're in the middle of your set, you've done 30 seconds already, you're not even barely working. Get some heavier dumbbells, for God's sakes, please. Don't just keep going and say, oh goody, I did it in a minute. No, you want to lift heavy enough so that when you get to a certain point in that minute, you have to rest. That's the key to all of this, okay? So, and the way you're going to improve and see tremendous, exponential changes in your body and in your stamina and everything else is by keeping track and going a little bit harder each time. All right, so that's the key here. That's what we're focusing on. Okay, so get a pen and paper, write down all these exercises. I'll list them below, and keep track. All right, hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. It's Lisa with Body Motion Evolution, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.